It's 10 trivia questions on Mel Brooks movies. For Patreon subscriber Manny Cortez, this is Trivia with Buds. What indeed? Welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Matthew Buds. Thanks for checking out the show. Thanks for leaving iTunes reviews, and thanks for telling a friend who loves trivia to give it a listen. It is a short blast of trivia daily in your ears for you to play along with or to study up for your next pub quiz at your weekly place or whatever you want to do with it. I'm so glad you found the show, and thanks for listening. Today's episode all about Mel Brooks movies for listener Manny Cortez, who requested this category. I will give you the tagline for a Mel Brooks movie. You tell me which Mel Brooks movie it is. Before we get to that, we've got some warm-up questions. Here's the first one. What Cambridge professor was depicted by The Simpsons action figure in a flying wheelchair? What Cambridge professor was depicted by a Simpsons action figure in a flying wheelchair? That was Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking. Your next one, who recorded the song Walking on Thin Ice with his wife the night he died? Who recorded the song Walking on Thin Ice with his wife the night he died? That was John Lennon. John Lennon. And what Batman movie villain proclaims, "I am an animal. I am not a human being"? That is the Penguin, I believe, in Batman Returns. The Penguin. Played by Danny DeVito, and a very awesome portrayal of that character. I have been in love with the Harley Quinn series on HBO. If you have not watched that, it is probably in the top 3 DC things ever for me. I think it's so funny, and I love the writing, and I love the characters and the voices. Everything about it's great. If you have not watched Harley Quinn, check it out. I'm towards the end of season 2. I think there's 3 total seasons, and I think they announced a 4th season. So love, love, love that show. We're going to jump into Mel Brooks movies right now. Here we go. This is your quiz on Mel Brooks movies, Manny Cortez and others. Here's number 1. May the farce be with you. What Mel Brooks movie used that tagline? May the farce be with you. Number 1. Number 2, Got Blood. Number 2, Got Blood. Number 3, It's Good to Be the King. Number 3, It's Good to Be the King. Number 4, It's Pronounced Frankenstein. Number 4, It's Pronounced Frankenstein. Number 5, Mel Brooks and the West together for the last time. Never give a saga an even break. Number 6, A Wild and Hilarious Chase for a Fortune in Jewels. A Wild and Hilarious Chase for a Fortune in Jewels. Number 6. Number 7, together they concocted the most outrageous $1 million scheme in the annals of showbiz. Number 8, The Legend Had It Coming. The Legend Had It Coming. Number 9, From Fortune 500 to Fortune's Fool. From Fortune 500 to Fortune's Fool. Number 10, Inglorious Phonic Sound. Inglorious Phonic Sound. And number 11, for 2 points, Dr. Richard Thorndike arrives as new administrator of the Psychoneurotic Institute for the Very, Very Nervous to discover some suspicious goings-on. Those are all your Mel Brooks movie taglines. I hope you were able to figure them all out. We'll be back with the answers after this. We are back with the answers to Mel Brooks movies. Let's see how you did on this 11-question quiz on his films. The taglines are as follows. Number 1, May the Farce Be With You was Spaceballs. Probably my favorite Mel Brooks movie, Spaceballs. Number 2, Got Blood, Dracula Dead and Loving It with Leslie Nielsen. Dracula Dead and Loving It. Number 3, It's Good to Be the King, History of the World, Part 1. It's Good to Be the King, History of the World, Part 1. Number 4, it's pronounced Frankenstein. That's Young Frankenstein. Young Frankenstein. Number 5, Mel Brooks and the West together for the last time. Never give a saga an even break. Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles. Number 6, a wild and hilarious chase for a fortune in jewels is called The 12 Chairs. The 12 Chairs. Number 7, together they concocted the most outrageous $1 million scheme in the annals of showbiz. The Producers. The Producers. Number 8, the legend had it coming. Robin Hood Men in Tights. Number 9, from Fortune 500 to Fortune's Fool, Life Stinks. Life Stinks. And number 10, in glorious phonic sound, Silent Movie. Silent Movie. The bonus for 2 points here, Dr. Richard Thorndike arrives at the Institute for the Very, Very Nervous. High anxiety. High anxiety. And that is your quiz for Mel Brooks movie taglines today. I used to have a great DVD set that my wife got me, I think, before we were married, 2008 or 9, way back when. And it was thin DVD cases of all the Mel Brooks movies. And I must have sold it or got rid of it. It was around the time where I'm like, no one watches DVDs anymore, but I wish I had these because they're so good. And it would just be good to have that collection. If I ever see it again, I'll try and buy it. That is today's episode. Support the show on Etsy, etsy.com/trivia with buds. Go check it out, etsy.com/shop/trivia with buds, actually, or just click the link in the show notes. Your fact of the day is in Fallout 4, the video game, you can get rewards for returning library books. How about that? Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling a friend, and we'll see you next time for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers.